Hey everyone, welcome to the Libra Lounge. I have a special guest co-host today, the Leon Dunn Jr. Everyone remembers the producer with the velvety deep voice.
Oh, why? Hi, Keisha. How are you?
Keisha and Leon are back together again. So, hopefully you guys were able to catch this weekend special episode where we talked about different ways to try to protect the kids for the upcoming school year in the aftermath of the shooting that happened in Santa Fe. If you weren't able to catch it live, make sure to go to the Libra Lounge page, or you can go to our website, www.libralounge.net, and the video is there. Also, if you're interested in advertising with the Libra Lounge, please go to our website and click on Contact and Advertising and submit your application, because we're not taking everyone's application, right?
Right.
Yeah, so there's a breakdown. We've got 3 advertisement packages, and I'll break them down for you real quick. The first one's called The Barbie. Yes, The Barbie. It's monthly advertisement. It's $150 a month. That includes promotion on the Libra Lounge website, 2 social media postings per week. That would be on Twitter and on Facebook. You get 1 pet spotlight video, which is basically, let's say you have a restaurant. I'll go to your restaurant, do a quick little live video, and it'll be posted up on Facebook. Also, graphic ad during segment breaks, and a rotation of on the Libra Lounge Facebook cover pick. So basically, my cover pick a couple of times a week. It'll be whatever your logo is or information that you want to do. I don't know if you're having a special. We'll put it up there. Sound right, James? I guess it does. All right, our second package is called the Kenya Barbie.
Wait. Okay, yeah, I mean, sounds right. So if I owned a strip club, would you just come by and do like the what pet spotlight?
You know damn well I would.
Yeah, you
in a minute.
On the outside or on the inside?
On the inside.
That's the best place for it.
It really is. It depends on the strip club, because Ocean's Cabaret, it smells like cooch in there, and like when I say cooch, not like the cute cooch. It's like, is that the water? Is that Galveston, or is that the inside of this club that smells like that?
Like a dead fish?
Yeah.
Is that why it's called Oceans?
I'm starting to think that it is why.
That's
the smell is not all fresh in there. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I've never been on inside. I'm lying. Our second package is the Kenya Barbie, which is episode sponsorship for $100 per episode. Business advertisement announcement after the Libra Lounge intro at the top of the show. Graphics or logo and business contact information during each segment break. Live read at the beginning of the last segment. My dog and cat are up here, and you know, it is like the werewolves and the vampires are going at it. Like, the dog passes by, the cat bitch slaps him just for no reason. He slaps him in the face, and as he walks by, he hits him on the tail too.
I saw Liam just do that.
He does. He's a bully. We call him Solo Negro and Thugnificent. He's just
Thugnificent. I like that.
He's a thug.
Yeah,
just like my poor baby Sushi.
It's like slapbox.
He just slaps him for no reason. He slaps us too.
Really?
Yes, literally. Sometimes if he has a certain look on his face and I have to pass by, I kind of just do like this because he'll hit me. I'm like, man.
All right, I like Liam.
You can take him home. Okay, and our last advertisement package is the Skipper Barbie, which is segment sponsorship for $75 per month. Business advertisement after the Libra Lounge intro, graphic or logo and business info during each segment break. So, if you would like that, go to the website and click on Contact and Advertisement. So, you ready for the gab?
I am ready for the gab.
There was a lot of celebrity gossip. Like, I really had to filter down, like, what can we talk about? Because the celebrities, I don't know if is it a full moon? I think it is a full moon. Because they've really been, like, acting up.
Yeah. Well, I just know about the beef. I don't know.
You know about the beef?
Yeah. I mean, I usually rely on you, like, for the gab.
Oh, really, did?
Yeah. I mean, like, seriously, I don't know what's going on out there except for, like, what's posted on your page.
that makes me feel great and wonderful, and it, lets me know that I'm filled with useless celebrity information, but it's important to me. So everyone is talking about Roseanne Barr getting fired on her day off. How you get fired on your day off?
What?
Yes.
I call her Craig.
I'm a Craig. So there was a reboot. ABC did a reboot of Roseanne, which everyone was excited about, and it was actually one of the top 2 highest viewed shows of this year. So it was really, really well. I mean, they were gearing up for season 2. But for some odd reason, Roseanne took to Twitter the other night, and she started posting all these racist statements, including she referred to Obama A. Valerie Jarrett as she put it, basically, if Muslims and Planet of the Apes had a love child.
No.
Yes, she did.
Oh my goodness! Wait, how old is Roseanne now?
Too old to say shit like that.
She needed to be fired.
Well, here's my thing. Like, I'm all for an outspoken woman. Like, speak your mind. But I was like, when they said, oh, Roseanne made these tweets, they were racist, I was kind of like, man, what my girl do this time? But then when I saw that, I'm like, ew.
She had to be drunk or like smoking or something like that, right?
Well, okay. So following that, Wanda Sykes, who was one of the producers on the show, immediately resigned. So I think like a couple of hours after that, ABC released a statement saying that they were canceling Roseanne immediately.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. So everything happened extremely fast.
That's an expensive tweet.
Yeah. I mean, of course, by then she'd taken it down. But here's my thing: if you're gonna be a bold bitch, don't erase your shit. Leave it up there. And like I said it, and I said it again. I meant what I said. But no, of course, she went ahead and she deleted it. But it was funny that you said she must have been drunk or high.
Yeah.
So today she was like, I didn't mean any of the things that I said. I was on Ambien, which, if you don't know, Ambien is a medicine to help you sleep.
Yeah.
Have you ever used Ambien before?
I never have, but I have a very close relative. She may be watching right now. That does.
Yeah.
And yeah, for some reason, she'll just want to call me like at 9 and have a long conversation and make certain commitments that she'll totally forget about. And yeah, I mean,
well, she
sorry,
claimed
Mama.
that it was. What did you say, your mom?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Hi, Miss Alice. So, okay, I used to have to take. I've always had issues with sleeping. Yeah. So it was so bad when I was during the later months of being pregnant with Skylar. My doctor had to put me on Ambien. Yeah. He's like, you're stressing yourself out more and the baby out more because you can't sleep. So he put me on Ambien. Now, Ambien will have you fucked up, okay? It will have you in a whole nother world, okay? Yeah. Like I was having, and here's the thing. You won't remember the things that you said until someone reminds you the following day.
Yes.
So apparently, Roseanne said that this was the reason why. I know when I was on it, I would, for some odd reason, I would talk very sexually. Yeah. And so, and here's the thing, like, apparently I would talk very sexually in front of whomever was around. So that could have been my mom, a brother. Skylar's dad would be like, do you remember what you promised last night? I'm like, no. And then he would tell me, I'm like, Negro, you was straight up lying. I know I did not. But yeah, you will not remember. So Ambien, this was a good clap back. They released a statement saying, yes, there are tons and tons and tons of side effects from using Ambien, but racism isn't one of them.
Yeah, that had to be in our heart. I mean, totally. That was totally in our heart. It just
came out. Yeah. Like, I guess I have an inner freak, and it comes out when I'm on Ambien. So, I feel so bad because everyone lost their job. We're not just talking about the stars of the show, all of the production crew and it's hundreds of people are going to be out of a job now.
You're going to sue Ambien or are you going to sue Roseanne?
I think they would have a better chance of suing Roseanne.
That is true.
Yeah. And now she's trying to backpedal and apologize. But the damage is done.
Oh,
No one wants their name to or their business to be attached to anything having to do with racism. I mean, damn, she said the planet of the apes, and if Muslims had a love child.
I mean, did she just wake up?
And she said a whole bunch of other stuff too, but that was the one I was just like, she went straight savage tonight, didn't she?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, Roseanne. I don't know what to tell you because I'm sure her co-stars are not speaking to her ass right now at all.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Everyone's talking about it. It has been the topic of this week because, of course, people are saying, does ABC have the right to cancel the show because of what, one of the stars of the show said? Because even Sarah Gilbert, who plays Darlene on the show, she said, we're all greatly saddened that something that we worked so hard to, bring back and it was so successful is now ruined because of a statement by the star of the show, and no one else agrees with it.
Right, so,
yeah. I think it's a done deal.
Dang, so they could have had season after season after season
yeah.
after season after season. All that.
Yeah. It was number 1 or number 2 as far as ratings for this year.
Oh.
I mean, and a reboot. Yeah. Yeah, you have to watch it. I get it. You know me. I'm all about speaking your mind, but there's a point in time you have to think about, this is what I want to say, I should say, but when you've got a whole line of people behind you that are depending on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because that's the kind of shit you say inside your house or in your mind.
Right.
You don't tweet it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know, because that's kind of political, it's racial. I mean, like, unless you're black, I don't think that you can really get away with
No, I mean, because, okay, like, I always say that me and my dad's side of the family, we could always be extras in the Planet of the Apes because we all have, like, baby gorilla noses. But I can say that.
I wasn't going to say anything about it.
But, I mean, it's true. I own it. You know what I mean? But.
Let me see. Well. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, when I flare the nostrils.
Why did you do that? No,
because
stop
it looks like the baby girl.
Okay, all right, fine. I don't want to look at it.
All right, so word on the street is that Drake has a secret love child, and no one knew about this until Pusha T released a diss track. So you know a little bit more about the beef between these two.
Yeah.
Where did it start?
To tell you the truth, from Pusha T, actually, this started way back in 2006 between Pusha T and Lil Wayne.
Okay.
I mean, y'all can search YouTube for it. I'm not about to go into any details or anything like that. But it had a lot to do with Lil Wayne's his deal with Baby. Because Baby, I mean, basically kind of rapes all of his artists on contracts, that is.
Okay.
Not to be taken anywhere
else.
So that kind of started beef since 2006.
Okay.
Then it kind of went to sleep, woke back up around 2008, went to sleep, woke back up around 2011, of which Drake got a part of that, type of lashing as well too, because Drake is signed under Wayne, who is signed under Baby, who is signed under Cash Money, who is signed under, there's so many, levels. Okay. So from 2011, it came all the way up to, I don't know, just fast forward to Pusha T's album. Actually, no, before Pusha T's album, he referenced Tuscan something or whatever, I forgot, off of one of Drake's albums, where Drake kind of throws a slug at Pusha T. Okay. And then Pusha T, with Infrared, I don't know, just kind of jumping, Infrared came out. That's Pusha T's album. Okay. That's not the name of the album. But the album only has 7 tracks on it. There's one of the last tracks. So
how you release an album with only 7
That's
tracks?
what I was trying to figure that out as well too.
He shouldn't be trying to diss anybody.
But Pusha T wasn't actually for that. That's actually Kanye's doing. Kanye actually was pushing just 7 tracks. It's man, I really, really feel this number 7. I don't know, something new or whatever. I don't know. Right. So Pusha T kind of throws some slugs out directly to Drake.
No, okay.
Directly to Drake. Drake hit back with I don't know if you pronounce it Duppy or exactly what. You heard that diss?
If you can't pronounce it, I damn sure can't pronounce it.
Or whatever.
I don't know.
I mean, but did you hear it?
No.
You didn't hear that? You didn't. Okay, because what you're talking about is just an answer back or reply to
okay. So
Duppy.
this has been going back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Drake is actually calling out Pusha T for, is like, dude, you always talking about moving drugs and, you know, as if you like Chapo, or as if you know, sold drugs to, what's old boy from Colombia?
Escobar.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. So basically, like, you just really just selling weed. And I mean, like, you ain't up here. You really down here, like, with the drug. I mean, like, you're
a lower level drug dealer.
Right, yeah. So kind of trying to air him out on that. Pusha T was airing him out on Infrared because Drake don't write his own music.
Okay.
Well, all of his music. He doesn't write all of his music.
Okay.
So Drake answered back in Duppy, whatever, by basically saying that the guy who wrote some of his music that he had on his team basically was working at Kroger.
Oh, wow.
Double shifts. Was working on at Kroger on double shifts, and he was just helping him out by getting him, you know, some credit.
Okay.
So from that, bam, you know what I mean, like, and shot him up, you know, to where he got him out of Kroger. So that kind of, you know, was a little slug or whatever. Oh, also Drake kind of threw a slug as well too at Kanye.
Okay, that's easy to do now.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. So what you heard, Pusha T kind of feels like, all right, cool, you want to try to air out stuff.
Nah, I'm gonna tell all your business.
Yeah, so I think that Pusha T already had that ace in the hole. You know? I mean, like, so that's the reason why he came out with Infrared, because he knew that Drake was gonna clap back.
Okay.
Of which Drake's song was hot. I mean, I don't know, you need to listen to it.
Okay.
So what Pusha T came with the juicy gossip information, that's what made his, I would say, trump Drake's.
Okay, I am so glad you were here to break that down, because I didn't know all of the history. Because these rappers are constantly going back and forth. I'm like, why can't y'all just go to Starbucks and order a cappuccino and talk about it?
It's what makes hip hop. I mean,
I guess so.
You know, the beef and everything else. I mean, like, that's been all the way since the 80s. Like 90s as well too, like with
Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah, Biggie and Tupac, but even before Biggie and Tupac, it was Dr. Dre and Eazy-E.
Yeah,
you know?
okay,
and then all the way going back to, like, I think LL Cool J and what was it? Kane, what's his name?
Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane.
I didn't even know they had beef.
Yeah. I mean, like, they were going song for song. You know, I mean, like,
so a lot of the stuff that we were going around singing really was a diss track to another artist, and we didn't know about it.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So I mean, like, that's what hip hop is. I mean, it makes things interesting.
Right.
And to tell you the truth, I know that this is going to contribute to a lot of Pusha T sales as well,
you think?
Controversy.
Because I ain't never heard of him until then, till now.
Pusha T.
I was like, who is this?
All right, Pusha T. All right, Clips. Clips. You remember Clips?
The group?
Yeah, the group.
Yeah. Who started off on Justin Timberlake's first solo song.
Yeah, I
went a little bit too deep.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool. Yeah,
but I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, well, Pusha T is one of the Clips.
Okay.
They're brothers. One is Malice, the other one is Pusha T.
Okay.
Pusha T is, continued.
Okay, but he okay, so here's the thing. You know, these guys are really acting like little bitches. Because I could actually come out, I could be a rapper then, because, I'm always coming at somebody sideways. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, like, what is it? What's her name? What, with Nicki
Minaj
and what was that girl that bodied her? What's her name? Start with an R. Come on, you have to know.
Remy Ma.
Remy Ma.
But Remy Ma shut that all the way down until Nicki. We didn't hear from Nicki for some months.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, you got beef like that kind of makes things more interesting instead of, like, just coming out with a single.
Right.
Listen on the radio, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Cardi B, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, like, as soon as people start beefing, that makes things now more interesting.
Yeah.
Especially for the women and also for the guys as well, too.
I think it's funny. I like it.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, if you look on YouTube, they got, I think, Jamie Foxx. I don't know, Jamie Foxx had a party or something like that, and they were talking about Pusha T's song to Drake. It's like, man, my boy Drake gotta come back with something, man. I mean, by tonight, man, we gotta get, it's like, you gotta have something by tonight. Yeah, this is gonna go back and forth. I know it's gonna go back and forth.
It's funny to me because, I hear people say Drake is, I'm gonna go back and tell you what Pusha T said in his diss track, but whenever I think of Drake, it was like, he's so hard, but he'll always be that little boy from Degrassi in the wheelchair. To me,
I never really saw.
You didn't see him when he was on there?
No,
even
if I did, I wouldn't admit it. So
okay, so in this diss track, Pusha T tells everyone that Drake allegedly has a baby with a former French porn star. It's one thing to be a porn star, but when you're a French porn, that means you do everything.
A French porn star?
I know. Think about it.
I didn't know about that.
French, yes. But I think she may be like Canadian French.
Canadian French?
I think so. Because Drake is from Canada, right?
Right, yeah, Drake is from Canada.
I think she may be like Canadian. Her name is Sophie Brousseau. So allegedly, she is a mother of Drake's love child, Adonis. And there was pictures posted on the internet today.
You saw the memes? Oh,
yes, well, they showed this one picture from her baby shower. And they were like, when your daddy be buying shit like this for $1 million and your mom had to have this whack-ass baby shower for you because it was really whack. Oh. Next time, call before the cake event so we can hook it up right. So,
Plug.
So she also said that she has the screenshots of these text messages, between she and Drake where he's saying, I want you to have an abortion. And she's like, no, I'm not going to do this just to make things easy for you. And he's like, well, fuck you. You think you're going to get money from me? You're not going to get shit. Yeah. So are they really from Drake? I don't know. But in her phone, it says Drake.
Oh, my goodness.
So I haven't seen a picture of the baby yet. So I guess we'll see. I don't know.
How you last so long in the industry, then all of a sudden, I mean, like you just slip up? Like what?
I just have a hard time thinking that Drake would have a kid, considering that if I remember correctly, his dad wasn't that involved in his life, and then not take responsibility. I just feel like Drake would take care of his kid.
Well, yeah, I would think that as well too. I mean, at the same time, you have all this fame, you have all this, built up like as well too. Not saying that he should, turn the cheek like on his own child,
right?
But I mean, he has a lot riding on that like as well too, to where kind of keep hush hush, is one thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
pay her.
Yeah, I mean, but I would think that he would totally take care of it.
I think so
but,
too.
Be quiet, that type of deal.
To me, I kind of see, Chris Brown, he beats women, allegedly.
He only beat one woman that
we know of.
Yeah, so
he beat
doesn't.
The fuck out of Rihanna that one time.
Okay,
I mean, he jacked her face up.
But what did she do?
Oh, well,
I'm just joking. Whatever. I mean, I know.
So he kind of he's totally embraced fatherhood. He still does knuckle-headed shit, when he's not around the baby. But her fourth or fifth birthday is coming up, and he's like already spent $34,000 on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I kind of feel like Drake would be like that, or DJ Khaled, where he carries that little boy around like it's a big tumor attached to him. Like everywhere he goes, I'm like, can I be DJ Khaled's little boy when I grow up? Because he even has producer credits and stuff. Yes. DJ Khaled loves his child. So when we get back, we are going to talk about how to start your dream business when you broke. I know all about that. How about you?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay. Stay with the Libra Lounge. We are back with the Libra Lounge with my special guest co-host, Leon Dunn Jr., and who is the owner of, go ahead and say your business name before I mess it up.
Main Focus Marketing Solutions.
So what do you do? What is... DJ Khaled's little boy? I am so sorry. I was trying to see if anyone had questions, which it looks like people are talking.
Phone just tells.
Yes. My bad. Go ahead and tell us all about your business.
Oh, yes. We specialize in search engine optimization and also Facebook ads as well, too, or social media marketing. We help small businesses in the local area, not just this local area, but basically anywhere nationwide, get more customers through Facebook ads and also through search engine optimization. People looking on Google for, like, let's say plumbing services, or even before the cake events, or you know,
Sassy Class custom design gifts and apparel.
Yeah, things like that. So anybody who's on the first page, they're going to get chosen. Anybody on the second page will never get chosen.
Okay, got you.
You know, so.
Okay, so you're a business owner. I'm a business owner. And people just assume that, hey, that person's got their own business. It, one, must be successful. Two, must be making lots of money. And that is just not the case. You know, you're going to be in the hole for a good 5 years when you start a business.
True.
You know, I know that people, my inbox is always full with questions with, you know, about how do you start a business? I'm a single mom. I have all these ideas. I want to do this, and that. But money is always the thing. And I totally get that. You know, I'm not saying you can't start a business, because you can always start a business. But the first thing that you do is, you know, you have to know, like, if it is you wake up every day and you're thinking, you know, I want to start this business. When you're at your job, you're thinking, I want to start this business. When you're driving home, you're thinking, I want to start this business. Then maybe you should really sit down and think, maybe I should start this business. But here's the thing. Let me just real quick. Because, you know, social media has everybody thinking they can be a business person, and that's just not true.
Very true.
And I'm not trying to be ugly, everybody that has a Cricut machine or a Silhouette think they're a graphic designer. That is not true. That does not mean that you need to start your graphic designing business. Just because you heard somebody helped you get your finances in order does not mean that you are a financial advisor, because people seem to think that.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to really be realistic. So one of the things that I did at first was, you know, you have to have a really honest talk with yourself, and if you're married, with your partner, about what your finances are really like. You know, I personally, I did not want to take out a loan. I was like, I have a kid. He's going to be in college pretty soon. I don't want to take out a loan, you know, for these businesses that, you know, could take off and be great, or they could fail. But I figure, you know, if they're going to take off and be great, it's going to do that whether I have that loan from the bank or if we do it the way that we've been doing things. What about you?
Yeah, I would have to say for me, and it depends on exactly what type of business that you're looking to start. Starting where you are is, I feel, the best way to go. Just starting with whatever you already have. And the thing is, it's not like you necessarily need tens, 20, and $100,000 to actually start a business.
Right.
You can start with whatever you already have. I have a friend who does closet makeovers. You know, like
what
for
is
women.
Closet makeover? Oh, like she does the closet. Oh, okay, got you.
Yes. So she like, if your closet is unorganized, it's, you know, has all this, you know, stuff like everywhere or whatever, she actually charges to put everything in order.
Okay.
That's even by seasons, by colors, by, you know, just basically making your closet like more functional. And I'm like, that's pretty smart. And it doesn't take much of a startup, you know, cost or anything like that to actually do that. Any supplies that she would need, she can basically purchase after the person actually purchases the services. So that totally makes a lot of sense. What a lot of people are doing like now is they're starting an online business in some type of way, whether it be a blog or even Instagram. Even on Instagram, somebody was just telling me earlier today that that there are Instagrammers that are getting paid $5,000 just for a single post.
Yeah, it's true. I'm trying to get to that level.
Yeah. But that's the thing though, like when you have the following, you know, you have that influence,
right.
You know, you can basically boost a person's business or even jumpstart another person's business just by one post.
Yeah, it's true.
So they have influencers out there. It just all depends on exactly what you're looking to do. If you're looking to start a plumbing company, well, obviously, yeah, you would probably need, you know, some startup costs on that.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
It depends on the type of business. And, you know, when you're looking at your finances, you know, basically you need to look and see, why am I broke? You know what I'm saying? Am I broke because I'm paying student loans? Am I broke because, you know, I'm not making enough at my 9-to-5 job? Am I broke because I'm partying? I know with us, you know, we look at how much, you know, we bring in per month. And then you're like, why don't we have all of this left over? And so one day my husband was like, hey, I broke everything down. We were spending like $2,000 a month on just eating out.
Oh, that is the most stealth mode robbery.
Yes.
Like in a person's finances.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you don't realize it.
Right.
At all.
$7, $20, $50. Those, I mean, they add up.
They really do. And you don't think about it because you're like, well, I just spent $5 at Starbucks. That's not a big deal. But when you go every day, it makes a big difference. And when he broke that down, I'm like, $2,000 on just eating out. We're not talking about the groceries too.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? And and if you say, well, if I just cut that back by $1,000, that's something that I could possibly use for whatever for this new business.
Right.
One of the things that I when I started thinking about opening up my event planning business is I did a test run. I did a test run.
That's awesome.
You know, I was like, you know, I know I have this talent, but you know, when you do stuff for your family, they're like, oh, it's good, girl. And you know, sometimes they're lying.
Right.
You know, so, you know, I think I did a party for James. It was I think a Game of Thrones theme lunch that I did. And I just honestly was trying to make it extra special for him. But when we posted pictures, people were like, are you an event planner? I'm like, no, never even thought about being an event planner. So people started asking me things, and I did a lot of things for free.
Yeah.
And that was my test run. You know, let me do this event, a small event, do it for free just so I can take pictures of it and put it on social media and see what kind of feedback that I get. Right. I mean, you can tell when someone really thinks what you did was good because it's just certain words that, you know, when they start giving details, like pointing out certain things, then you know, okay, they get it. It must be good. Right. But when they just like, oh, it was cute.
That's somebody being nice.
That's someone that's just being really nice.
Yeah.
So I would suggest you do a test run. If you're, for example, with me, the person bought everything, so I really didn't have to come out of pocket for, you know, what I did. And I set up one table, and it was beautiful. But I did that and a couple of other things for free just to kind of see, can I handle this?
Yeah.
Is this something that I think I'm good at in my head, or can I really turn this into a business?
Right,
you know?
Right, yeah.
I think that's where a lot of people fall short.
That is true. And actually, I mean, I've heard, and that's where it kind of comes from, like starting where you are. Like whatever you were willing to do for free, just because you just love to do it.
Right.
I mean, like because of your passion.
Right.
Usually, I mean, that is a very good business to start.
Right.
Usually, I mean, and that actually totally makes sense. That something I consider like it's like a proof of concept, like as well too. Just doing it,
right?
Seeing if the demand is there, especially like for your services.
Yeah.
And you know, people complimenting you as well too. People compliment, that's great.
Right.
You know, people say it's cute. Well, okay, all right, maybe I need to be on to the next
because
thing.
baby monkeys are cute.
Yeah.
You know, so that's that was with a business like an event planning business, that it's easy to do a test run, you know what I mean, and get people's feedback. It's also easy to do something if you're thinking about, opening up a restaurant. You can invite people, cook a meal, invite people over, and kind of get feedback from that. It just really depends on what your business is going to be. Like, I don't even know if I was starting a marketing business, wouldn't even know how to do a test run. I guess you would do like a marketing campaign for a business or something like that.
Well, I would say is first assessing certain businesses.
Right.
Like one thing that I do for free for businesses is the competition analysis. So I will look at their competitors. Let's say we're in the League City area.
Right.
So plumber in League City. Just Google that. Wherever the potential client is. Let's say they're on the 4th page. Well, there's another plumber that's on the 1st page that's number 1 or that's number 2. what I would do like a video competition analysis, which I will do everything on video and actually show them, okay, this is the reason why they're number one. They have their website for like 5 years. They have links from they have websites that are linking back to them that are very, very reputable. They have, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever.
Right.
And I let them know where their website stands. Okay, your website doesn't have this. It doesn't have this. It's not mobile friendly. It's blah, 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 whatever it may actually be. And that's the reason why you're on page 4.
Okay.
So if you do A, B, C, and D, you actually see some type of movement in the search engines. Now, I give that like for free. Now, and if a person actually chooses to do that, great. If a person chooses like, hey, you know what? I'd rather hire you to do all that for me.
Right.
Well, then that's basically where I step in.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up because you said someone, can hire you. You need to figure out with your business the things that you can do without spending money when you're broke and you're starting a business. So, everyone, I remember my husband was like, you need to find someone to do marketing or a business coach. I'm like, I'm not about to not get my hair done. I'm not ready to, I'm not willing to sacrifice that. Yeah. I'm not, I told him, I said, there are certain things that I don't want to sacrifice right now. So it's like, I had to teach myself how to do that.
Yeah.
And I was able to do it. As far as doing a logo, I'm like, okay, I can't afford to hire a graphic artist right now. But you know what I can do? I can go onto Etsy, and they've already got ready-made logos, and that's what I did with Before the Cake events, and I still have that logo. And I think that costs like $30,
Nice.
And I still think it's cute.
Yeah.
Instead of printing out brochures and things like that, because you think, oh, it's just 50 cents a copy, but that adds up and adds up. Make phone calls instead. Send emails out instead with the same information for the time being.
Right.
Yeah, you just have to figure it out. I gotta do this.
Yeah, there's so much that you already have control over.
Right.
I mean, like, so usually what I ask a business is like, what marketing efforts have you already done?
Right.
Like, even yourself, especially even like startups. It's like, okay, are you talking about yourself on social media? Oh, I don't like social media. Well, you need social media now that it's 2018. I mean, if it was 2002, well then,
that's
I'd
different.
Agree. Right, exactly. But even posts or even making posts of your services, like even in something that's free, like Craigslist, Backpage, or like certain other websites. There's free things that are out there that you have control over right now that people aren't even utilizing.
Right.
So it's a very good chance that even if you had even more opportunities, it's a good chance that you're not going to utilize them if you're not starting where you are right now.
Right.
So.
Well, another thing that, you need to figure out who your target audience is going to be. I think that's a mistake that so many people make. And I'm not saying that the way that I did it was the right way. I use Facebook a lot for my businesses. I started joining groups. I started joining groups of event planners throughout the country. Okay, I like this. I know I can't afford to go make these purchases. And then someone's like, oh, I know where you can go to get that for half off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things that I would have never known had I not gotten into these groups. Or I started going to like mommy groups. And, parenting groups where people are like, oh, I'm so busy, but my kid is having this, or, whatever. I need someone to come in and, do this, just do one table for me. I started off doing a lot of one tables. Like, can you come just do like a candy bar setup, and you just kind of go from there. But it was having to, really get on social media groups, and, a lot of them have meetups.
Right.
And so I started, going to some of those and interacting with them on social media. And even if they don't hire you, when they hear someone saying, hey, I need an event planner, they'll refer, which is great. Even with some of my friends are like, look, I can't afford to use you, but I for sure have seen your work. And I'm in this group, and they're saying that, they need someone to come in and do whatever, So, that worked for me for that particular business.
That totally makes sense. I mean, I have a question. All right. So even like with target marketing, or at least, your target audience.
Right.
How many guys would contact you for events compared to women?
Oh,
Because I know you're dealing with moms because they have their daughters and things like that.
I have only had one male client.
One male client?
I've only had one male contact me in regards to doing an event.
Yeah. See,
one.
Yeah. See, so with target audience, you totally understand that with going towards the mothers, going towards females, because when it comes to events, guys, we are not, we're not really looking for event planners, or it's not in the top of our minds. It's not just how we behave.
Yes.
So, you were totally right with finding your target audience as being women, because even weddings and everything else.
Birthday parties, baby showers, bridal showers. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
that is most definitely my target audience.
I don't know many guys on the phone. It's like, man, goddamn, trying to find somebody for the baby shower. Man, trying to get this baby shower done. What I mean?
And it's weird because men won't do that.
No, not.
But
not
if their wife does hire an event planner to come and do one of their events, they're always so amazed at what's been done. Because it's things that they never would have thought. I mean, a guy will make you feel like you at the top of your game with your business, because they're like, she got cookies that are in the shape of my theme. How does she do that? I'm like, it's magic. I'm a magical creature. Hey, Yvonne. Hey, Nicole. Let me give some shout outs real quick to some of the people who are watching the show. Hey, Nicole Caldwell, Ebony. Hey, Lynette.
Hey, Lynette.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin. Hey, babe.
She baby now. She baby now.
Yeah, she
even
baby
on
now.
Everything.
Yeah, that's
your boo boo.
Yeah, that's your
boo.
Yeah, that's my boo. Yeah, she watching the show. I mean, so I'm gonna have to see it. No, I'm just joking. Joking.
Okay, so when we get back, what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk some more about different things that we did to, start our businesses. And when I say start businesses, I still look at myself as like I'm still in the starting phase of some of those businesses, because I'm not where I want to be with them. But these are most definitely some things that brought business in for me. So we will be right back. Welcome back to the Libra Lounge, everyone. I have with me, you guys all know producer Leon, who I would constantly talk to when I was at that other place. Y'all would hear his voice. You wouldn't see his face that often. But here he is in the flesh.
Yes.
Because trust me, every female would ask about Leon. I'm like...
Yeah, I was behind the glass when the light was off.
I'm like, Leon is like 85. He just looks young. He's been married 4 times, and he's got like 10 kids. So
okay, you know what? None of that is true.
Not even close to true at all. Okay, so before the break, we were talking about different things to do to start a business when you're broke. And when I say broke, I'm not saying you just have like negative $5 in your bank account, but you most definitely don't have the startup for your business. But right. I know with us, and I'll say, let me see. So we've talked about the event planning business. So this is, I think we're still in our first year of Sassy class, where we do, T-shirts, yard signs, banners, embroidery, all of that stuff. I had to figure out who my target audience was going to be. And when we first started, I targeted teachers. Because I'm like, they're at the school. You want business with the school because they want a shirt for everything. Right. It's women. They want a shirt for, we're going on vacation. We want, matching shirts. And then, my kid, it's the 100th day of school. Yes, we can make a shirt. Hi, Sushi. How are you, buddy? He's normally asleep during the show, but I guess since Liam been whooping on him, he decided he better sleep.
I wasn't whooping on him. I walked in the house, and the dog is racist. I would say that.
Oh,
most definitely.
He's not racist.
The dog
okay?
is racist.
He's half black, half white.
The dog is?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
And he has good hair because his daddy's white.
What? Why? Because his hair is curly?
Yes, because his daddy's white.
Wait. He's like a miniature poodle? Is that what he's supposed
He's
to be?
He's a toy poodle.
A toy poodle?
Yes.
Full 100% bred?
Yes, he is.
Really? Are you sure about that? How you
yes.
know that? Where's his papers at?
He has papers.
On his papers, does it say, I'm a racist?
Yep. He is not racist.
Yep.
He don't like people. He just likes mommy.
I don't think he likes light-skinned people. I think that's what it is.
Well, he does bite the hell out of James every day, and he bites Skylar a lot, too.
Ain't there some
Look, he's almost 9 years old, and he bites James or attempts to bite him every single day.
9 years old?
He's almost 9.
Oh, my goodness. You know that he's like about 75 years old, like in...
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that?
No.
Yeah.
Because he and I have a path that we're both going to live to be 99 and die together.
Yeah, really?
Yes.
Really? And you just got a vasectomy like for the dog?
Yes, so he can live longer.
Nah. You going to cut his nuts off when he's 9 years old?
He's actually 8.5.
I would be mad if I was a 75-year-old man and my children was like, Dad, you know what? We're getting you a vasectomy.
my best friend just says no. He doesn't like anyone but Rakisha. It's really true.
Yeah. I see that totally to be true. You smelling my leg? Stop it.
He ready for you to go?
Nah. I don't know. He has to go on about his business. Oh, well.
Okay, back to the business. Okay, so we were talking about target audiences. That's really, really, really good. You have to. You can't say, you know what? I'm going to sell cookies, and then you target people who are health nuts, who are vegan.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? You have to figure out your target audience.
That is true.
And you can do that for free.
Right.
That costs absolutely nothing to do that.
You know what I do not agree with?
What is that?
There's a certain fitness gym that I will not name, but they serve their people pizza on certain days. Yeah, on certain days of the week. But the thing is, their target market are people who, how can I put it? That are people who are struggling with their weight.
So chunky people.
Chunky people, I guess you can actually say. And what do chunky people actually like? They like pizza. I'm like,
carbs.
Why the hell? You have a gym. Why would you serve your people pizza?
But it's once a week, right?
Yeah, I believe that it's once a week.
I think that's genius.
I mean, okay, you know what?
That's your cheat day.
That is a target audience, though. I mean,
yes.
But I'm like, damn.
I think that is super smart.
That okay. No, it's super smart. I just think that is wrong. Okay, that's wrong.
What? I need you to tell me, write that gym name down.
That gym name
down?
Don't
tell Jenny from Femme Fatale about that, though.
Oh, really? I'm
Jenny,
sure she already knows about.
She knows. She probably knows about that.
Yeah,
but everyone deserves a cheat day.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess.
I think that's kind of smart, Leon.
I think it rhymes with Slanted Fitness. Is the name of that company, and I don't know, it rhymes with something like that. And yeah, I just think that's horrible. Hey, pizza for everybody. Oh, let me get off of this elliptical.
It's funny though. That's just like, I remember in the movie True Beverly Hills, the girls were trying to sell Girl Scout cookies, so they set up a booth outside of a gym. And like all these skinny people were just passing by. Then here comes all the chubby ones, and they bought up all the cookies.
Oh, you got the mint.
Exactly. So target audience. Oh, but of course, if you're looking for a gym, please go to Femme Fatale.
Femme Fatale.
Oh my God! Someone just put Leon fine.
Whoa. Thank you.
Hey, Tanya. I did his makeup for him this evening. That's why he looks so fine. All right, so back to businesses. Where are we? Learn how to do a lot of things yourself when you're starting up. There's so many websites out there that will give you information. You can teach yourself how to, start branding. You can start picking out, different fonts, things that you don't think are important right then, but they are. Like, this is my signature font. This is what I want to use for my business. These are the colors. We were talking about that. These are the colors that I want to use for my business. When people see my logo, I want them to see these colors. Or if they see these colors, they think of my logo and they think of my business.
Right.
And those are things that you can trust me. I have looked at every shade of pink that there is for my particular shade of pink. And I mean, you and I have had discussions about that. I'm like, no, that's not the right shade of pink for the Libra Lounge. You're like, but it's pink. No, it's not.
I thought it was nice. I mean, but at the same time, I mean, thank you for, giving me some insight about the bubblegum pink.
You're welcome. I mean, it's important to know about the different shades of pink.
Oh, pink is pink.
So, with that being said, and I'll go back to with my event planning business. You know what? My best friend was the Dollar Tree for a lot of stuff. And even now where, of course, I make money from the event planning business, there's times that I do go because a lot of that stuff, the clients will use it one time and never use it again.
That is very true.
Yeah. So
that is very true.
We'll get something that, from the Dollar Tree, let's say like a vase, but we add embellishments to it. You know what I mean? So I customize it. So figure out what works for you. And, when someone sees it, they'll never know it came from the Dollar Tree.
That is, yeah.
Unless it's some nosy ass bitch that's like, looking underneath this and just,
No, I know this one girl, her mom buys clothes from the thrift store.
Yeah.
$3 dresses, $3 shirts, things like that.
Yeah.
Mind you, her mom has a $20,000 ring, $20,000 earrings, things like that. And she totally feels like that's basically all that you need. Everybody automatically thinks that your dress is $50, $100, $200 because looking at your diamond
everything.
ring. Yeah. So it's like certain things that you really, really need,
right?
That you can't skimp on.
Yeah.
And other things are just just to get by. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just smart to know exactly what
it really is. And that's the same thing with getting things from the Dollar Tree. They're mixed in with things that are, antiques or family heirlooms that are just, the filler space and stuff like that.
Right.
Also, yes, that you have to set a budget for yourself. I had to sit down and say, I am only willing to spend this amount per month on my business.
Yeah.
If it goes over that amount, I can't do that. You know what I mean? If I scale back on another area, I can put that into my business. So right now, at the stage that I'm in, sometimes between the three businesses, they kind of circle like that. Sometimes I have to take money from one business to pay for something that I need from the other business. But you know what? It's not taking money out of the household. And that's my biggest thing. And it took a while for my husband to understand. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable taking money out of our household for me to start these businesses where it's like I would get a check from a job and it would go directly right back into the business.
Right.
And people, no, you can't immediately go out and spend it because then you're going to be starting over all over again.
Right.
Just like I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I needed something else and I was like, ooh, but I had extra money from one of the other businesses and it paid for what I needed. So, that's how it's going to be for a little while.
The best way that I've heard it put is that your business is your baby.
Yes.
So, the money that you generate from that business, it needs to go back to feed your baby.
Yes.
If you start eating the food that you're supposed to feed your baby with,
your baby gonna be looking like a little Ethiopian baby.
That is true.
Ribs all showing.
There's certain animals out there that actually eat their kids.
They do.
I mean, because it's just too weak to survive through life. And you don't want to come off having to eat your business,
right?
Just because you're not reinvesting back into your business.
Yeah, you have to it's because it is an investment that at some point, it's going to be coming back to you, but you have to, put the seed in, water it, watch it grow, give it sunlight, Oh, I saw the real philosophical.
Oh, wow.
Didn't I?
Look at that.
I know, right?
What? Is this Keisha?
Yes, I know. But I will say this, I've always, from the time I was a little kid, wanted to own my own business. I didn't know what kind of business, but my first, real boss, she was the owner of a daycare, and I was like, a woman can own a business. Hi, Susie Jones. I was like, a woman can own a business, and I think I was 17. And ever since I'm like, I want to own my business. I want to own my own business. And I didn't think I was going to get to that point ever. And the way that it happened, it was crazy. But I really look at my business as like my baby. I'm very protective of them. I'm just now getting to where I will accept other people's critiques and their help, because I would feel. Don't do your eyebrows like that when I said that. That is unnecessary. That is how people get cussed out after the show. I'm just
eyebrow critique.
Yeah, that's what those eyebrows go like. His eyebrows make some sense. She lied. Exactly. But it's something that it's like your baby. You know what I mean? Nobody, even if your baby is ugly, you don't want someone else to say your baby's ugly.
It's like, I know my baby ugly. Shut the fuck up.
But you don't have to say my baby's ugly. You know what I mean? You're defensive about it. But you put so much into it. You know, the other night I was up at 2 a.m. and worked the whole way through. And it's just like, you know, I have these moments, and I know a lot of people always say, oh, you inspire me with this, and that. There's so many times that I go to my husband, like, I cannot do this. I quit probably once a month on all of them. I do. And he's so used to, he's like, it's time for a breakdown. Go ahead and have it. Get yourself together and let's keep on moving. You know, it's kind of like with parenting. You parent, and then there's some days you're like, I'm just not doing a good job at being a parent. And then you realize, you know what, I'm doing a pretty kick-ass job.
I think that you make a very good point with that as well, too, because I think the biggest thing that you would need, especially with starting your own business, is finding other like-minded individuals around you that will encourage you, not discourage you. I mean, if a person is giving constructive criticism, you know, or critique on your business, that's good. That's not negative. You know, it's like, oh my God, I hate negative people. No, it's like, no. I mean, if that person actually has the experience that you want or has the results that you want, for sure, actually listen to that person. But the biggest thing is being around other people that are like-minded, that will give you the right advice, because I do have to say, yes, you will fail at something in your business. Yes. Your business is not just going to take off right off the bat just because you have an idea. I mean, like, the universe will test you to see if that's really exactly what you want or not. And the only thing that's going to continue to keep you like totally pressing through is you encouraging yourself, not giving up, and really pressing through all of the failures that you get, just because your failure is only is only actually showing you that your plans are not yet sound. Yes. So you have to just go back to the drawing board and, you know, learn from that failure, learn from those mistakes, you know, and, you know, renew some things in your business and take another go at it. Yeah. And, you know, friends, or at least those other people that you have around you to, you know, encourage you, will bring you, you know, out of whatever that slump is that will actually, you know, go into that success. If you don't have that, most definitely.
Because it gets dark and lonely, you know, when you're trying, because everyone doesn't have that entrepreneurial spirit. They don't get it. And I'm sure, you know, there's probably people in my family that are like, I don't get what she's doing or why she's trying to do it. And then there's some people that think I'm Keisha Kardashian and I just live this charm life and I don't have to work and this and that. And we are in a situation that if I did just want to be a housewife, I mean, I would be a bad one because I'm just not housewife material at all. I don't like to cook, clean, do laundry, or any of that kind of stuff. But it's just in me, and you know, it's scary. It's scary all the time because you might have 1 month that things are great. Yeah. And then the next month, it's just like, well, damn. You know?
Oh, yeah. No, I completely agree. Yeah. I had like one of my greatest months like last year, and it followed the worst month that I ever had. And I was like, what the hell just happened? Yeah. You know?
Yeah. It's like I was way up here and now I'm way down there.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, you just have to figure out, you know, but those are those things that actually show you like certain weaknesses in your business. Yes. And then you just pay attention to that weakness. It's like, okay, all right, well, this is what I need to do, you know, when that occurs again, so on and so on. Right. You know?
And you most definitely do need to talk to people that are rocking in the same boat as you, because you'll feel like you're out there by yourself. No one understands. And someone else is like, hey, that happened to me. This is what I did. Right. Or you could be going through the same thing. I do have a friend who is a business owner as well, and we collaborate a lot together. I mean, and there's some days I can literally call her up, hey, Shelly, and I'm like, I need for you to quickly just tell me I can do this because I'm having one of those moments. And she's like, you're going to rock this. You got this. You know, you know, kind of like a hype man a little bit, you know? Right, yeah. But at the same time, someone I can talk through these things that, you know, just I can't go to someone else because they're like, I don't get it, you know? Right. Especially when you're dealing with customers.
Right. Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be dealing with people from all different walks of life. And depends on, this is well, no, you know what? I'm not about to talk about that. Yeah. But you're going to be dealing with people from all different walks of life.
Right.
And you have to already determine the type of customers that you want. Which goes back to like your target audience, like as well too. What you will deal with and what you will not tolerate in your company or for your company. So I mean, like you have to understand that, like as well too, in my opinion.
It's
but
true.
You also have to kind of cool yourself as well too. If you know, if somebody's making like a legitimate complaint, and you know, you have to rectify that situation.
Right.
You can't just go off at anybody that you want.
And Lord knows you will want to.
Most definitely.
I had a customer, a Sassy Class customer, who was not happy at all, and I just wanted to just cuss her out so bad. But then I looked at it from her perspective, and I'm like, I get it. I said, you know what? You're right. I said, I could have done better at this. This is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to only charge you such a, give you this for free, and then you have a certain percentage off on your next order.
Yeah.
And then that made her totally, thank you so much, you know, because to me, I'm like, it's just a shirt, but to her, it's a special shirt that I wanted to wear on this special day. I had these jeans picked out, these boots picked out, and now you just fucked that all up. You know what I mean? You have to, and I get that, you know, so, but you really have to continuously talk to yourself. And I mean, and there's going to be some days you're like, I have worked so hard and I did not make any money this week.
Yeah. And,
you know,
just understanding that, you know, those times are going to happen. Those type of customers are going to happen like as well, too. Understanding different personalities and people out there. There are certain people that will not be satisfied no matter what you do, no matter what you say, whatever it may be. Yeah. And understanding that those people are out there, I mean, like I would say, like, it's the first step. Once you identify them, it's like, oh, okay, all right, cool. You know what? Just do whatever you have to do to get past that, and then on to everybody else. Yeah. And then you have certain customers that, hey, you do something like that, you see it from their point of view, you kind of fix it, bam, and now they're like a lifelong customer.
Yeah, you want them to come back. You need them to come back.
Yeah, yeah.
And you need for them to speak highly of your business so that they will bring in more business. Right. You know, I know we're talking about starting up your business, you know, while you're broke. I mean, there is a point that you have to tell yourself make a list of the things that you know you're gonna have to spend money on. Now, you determine how much money you're going to spend it on. For example, if you need a new website and someone says, oh, this is gonna cost you $1,500. Okay, I can't afford that. So what you figure out a way that, okay, I can't have that type of website, but this is what I can. Or I can do something on social media. Right. I think one of the best things that you can spend money on, for me, it was like business cards.
True.
Well, I mean, I spend money on business cards, and you have to spend money on advertisement.
Yes, yes.
You have to spend money on advertisement. You're not gonna understand it until you start seeing the exposure that your business is getting, and when the clients start calling you. Even if someone calls you and they don't hire you, that still puts you on the radar.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, the biggest thing is with advertising that people don't understand is, like, if you don't market yourself, you can have like the best product out there. I mean, let's say you discovered the potion to cure cancer.
Right.
Okay. All right. How are people going to know that?
Exactly.
The only way that they actually know that is if you advertise, is if you actually market in some type of way.
Yeah.
So out of anything, the business seminars that I've been through have always said that I am a marketing professional offering the services of blank, whatever your actual profession is. Because the first thing that you have to be is a marketing professional, quote unquote. Basically marketing yourself no matter what. Having like the 30-second pitch, like when somebody tells you, or I ask you, it's like, hey, so what do you do?
It's hard.
Yeah.
And I had to learn how to, you think you know everything about your business because it's your business, but when someone comes up to you and says, tell me about your business. And I'm a talker. But when I have to talk about my business, I would be like, we sell shirts and we do events. Yeah, and my husband would test me on that. He was like, no, like, you can't say that. And he actually heard me on the phone talking to a potential bride.
Yeah.
And he was like, you said a whole bunch of words.
Yeah.
But nothing made sense. Like, why did you say all those things? You didn't answer anything that none of the questions that she asked you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, you have to sell yourself all the time.
Totally.
All the time.
Totally. I mean, and the thing is, it's like your business card doesn't even make any sense to a person unless they actually, for one, know that you care about whatever their problem or their services are or whatever. What I've noticed, even in networking, is I talk about my business to a certain extent. The biggest thing that I want to find out is, what is that person's need? The more that I understand more about that person's need, and I start getting more into, their life and what their need is, then they understand that I care more, and then I can figure out exactly what they actually need as for services is concerned. Yeah. Because SEO services may not necessarily be or fit everybody's budget. Right. Facebook ads may not necessarily fit everybody's budget. Right. But there are like certain things, depends on what a person's need is, to where when you pass your business card, then it actually means something. Right. I mean, before that, I've been to networking events. A person is like, hey, how you doing? Here's my business card. And I'm like, yeah. Okay. I don't care about your business card because I don't even know who the hell you are or what do you do, or even if that even means anything to me. To me, it kind of comes off a little selfish. To where when a person finds out what I do, so on and so on, and then they kind of let me know what they do, I make the decision. It's like, oh, well, give me your business card.
I'm looking for someone to do that. Or Yeah, it's when we started off, I refused to make any big purchases, but the last few months we had to. Yeah. And I'm most people would be surprised when I say this, but I'm cheap when it comes to certain things. Like there's only certain things that, because people are like, oh, you're spoiled. I'm like, there's only certain things that I would like spend on. My husband is the spender. He is. And when he makes those big purchases, like we had to buy all new equipment for the podcast. Right. And I was just like, he explained why, what this will lead to, where this will take us. And I'm like, just don't even tell me the number. Just, if we can do it, if it's not going to take away from the household, it's not going to take away from this, because I'm real big that it doesn't take away from our kids. Right. Because I will just shut it down if it's affecting them. And even with you, working with you with marketing, I was like, look, here's the thing. People always assume things are expensive. But all you have to do is talk to someone. And there's 9 times out of 10, if they're a good person and they believe in their business and what they can do for you, they'll work with you. Right. Because I'm like, I can't do that. I can't afford that. Like, no, but this is what I can do. And then someone's, person be like, okay, let me, work with you, but you need it. Right, I needed a website. I needed marketing. I needed advertisement. Right. Yeah. And you make that money back.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, it's all about just starting where you are, not being afraid. I mean, I'm sorry, you're going to be afraid.
All the time.
You're going to be afraid of actually taking that step because it's something that you've never done before. Yeah. And understand that, really your central nervous system is really just trying to protect you from being hurt. Yes. I mean, if we were in a jungle somewhere, then that would actually, totally make sense. Right. Nowadays, I mean, there's so many things and so much help that's out there to prevent you from failing so many times. Right. I would say, I mean, like search YouTube for whatever you're actually, for whatever you're interested in. My deal is this, especially like with starting a business, my deal is this, I don't want to recreate the wheel. Okay, like somebody else, in this particular, sector of this industry has already done this, and there's some type of blueprint that I can kind of go from, and that's pretty much almost any business.
Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. I got to take a break. I just heard Drake just came back with a diss track.
No, really?
Yes, he did.
Nice.
Thank you, Ebony. She just texted me. Drake just came back with a diss track.
Nice. This is gonna be interesting.
I think it is too, and my nosy ass is here for it.
I'm totally in for it.
So I will say this because we're gonna wrap this up because we got to go into bitch please. Leon has helped me out a lot, especially with the Libra Lounge, because this is something that's completely new to me, completely new to my husband. I had no idea what a target audience for this would be until you broke it down. I was like, well, that makes a lot of damn sense. And we weren't doing it. We were wasting money because we were targeting the wrong people. So we were doing marketing, but it was to the wrong people. And then you were like, no, you actually did like a video.
Yeah.
You did all the research and okay, so you're gonna pay me after the show because I'm really promoting your business, right?
Pay you under the table.
Okay, thank you. He made me a video and he just said, this is the breakdown of everything, and I was like, it made things so much easier.
Yeah. Well,
it really, really did.
You're welcome. You're totally
I appreciate
welcome.
that.
You're totally welcome.
So why don't you give everyone your contact information if they are in need of a marketing specialist?
Yes. Actually, you can go to mainfocusseo.com, and you can actually go if you want to contact me, or if you even want even a video of what your target market would actually be, or even SEO services or anything like that. You can go to mainfocusseo.com, click on discovery form, fill out that form, because of course my services are not for everyone, but for the Libra Lounge, for anybody that goes to that website and fills out that form, I will actually do a free video for you, up to like about 5 to 10 minutes, about whatever your target market is. Okay, but you have to fill out that form. I'm not just doing this for anybody.
Right.
And also write somewhere in the comments as well too that you are coming from the Libra Lounge.
Oh, yes, most definitely do that. And if you're looking for advertisement, go to the Libra Lounge website and click on contact and advertisement. Okay, when we get back, I'm going to tell you who gets the Libra Lounge Bitch Please of the week. We'll be back. Come here, my lovey. Come.
And we're back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha right here.
Yellowbone was talking about you. I know he was my love.
Oh my goodness! Wow, you just got more light skin by after that.
Who did me?
Yeah, nah, you got more white. Well, never mind. You know what?
Even James, even my husband who's white says that's really white people. So if you're letting him kiss you in the lips, he's like, that's gross, Keisha. Okay, so you think that's gross? He cleans my gums.
Do what? Hold up, who does? Wait, huh?
Sushi will clean my gums.
No.
Like he'll put his whole snout in my mouth and clean my gums.
Oh, no.
Sometimes like his tongue will reach the little hangy thing in the back of my throat.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? We're going to have to go into the next. You know what? Okay. If anybody hasn't already watched this, y'all need to go look up Black People Scary Movie Comedy Central. I mean, like it
Yeah, my baby. That's mama's boy right here.
Oh my goodness. It talks about dogs and licking in the mouth and stuff like
it's
that.
Not bad.
Actually, it's a whole bunch of like white
James
people.
James thinks it's gross, and
What?
he's white.
Yeah,
James thinks it's disgusting.
That is very gross.
Well, he's like, you let the dog lick you in the mouth, and I can't even get a kiss on the cheek. I'm like, no.
Wow, Sushi got like mad game. What's up, dude?
Let me, baby. Okay, so
I'm just a pimp.
Y'all, right? You know what I heard on the radio today? Mike Jones.
What?
Yes.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
You know. And I was jamming so hard, and Skylar was like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Mike Jones." She's like, "Oh,
my
okay."
Goodness, I think that's a Houston embarrassment. At the same time, I'm from Louisiana. Just want to let y'all know.
Get out of our state. Okay, so it is time for Bitch Please. And there's been a lot of bitch assness going on. But I think, surprise, 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 Kanye West has yet done it again. Let me tell you what this fool did. And it actually ties into the gap and what we were talking about. So he's helping Pusha T with his new album. Yeah. And so Kanye decided to spend $85,000. So that's 85,000. $85,000 on a picture. Now you can say, oh, what, was it a nice painting or something like that? No, it was not. It was a photo that the police took of, maybe it wasn't a police. Anyway, it was a photo of Whitney Houston's bathroom after one of her drug binges. So, you know, you've got like crack pipes in the bathroom. The bathroom was just toe up from the floor up.
No.
Yeah, you can see like white stuff, alcohol bottles and all that. And he spent $85,000 on that. And that's supposed to be the cover of Pusha T's new album.
Wow.
So, I'd actually, yes, Quista, that's my baby. That's my baby boy. I love him so much. So here's the thing. So I posted that on the Libra Lounge Facebook page, and everyone thought it was stupid. You know what I'm saying? But for there was a lot of different reasons. Some people are like, that's so disrespectful. Like, she still has family that's alive.
Yeah.
Like, her mom is still alive. And you know damn well Kanye West would have a stroke if someone had posted something about his mom.
Ooh.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
He would have acted a fool.
Why would you do that? I mean, even if a family wasn't alive, I mean, like, that's
it's just like, it makes no sense. It really is. And it was not a photo from when she died, but it was just one of the, you know, photos from one of her drug binges. Yeah. But it's just so, like, that's not even cute.
No, I mean, I'm trying to see what type of significance would that have, like, for Pusha T.
None.
I mean, like, was she like a client of Pusha T's? I mean, like,
well, she like the other stuff. She know, Pusha T didn't. No.
Pusha T didn't do that, right?
No, not the stuff. She like the hard stuff. It's just like, I don't get it. Just, it didn't make sense at all. I don't know.
I don't know. He has. Never mind. You know what?
But this is once again, like we were talking earlier. You know, when you were saying that Pusha T released an album with only 7 songs on it, 7 tracks, because who says so? Kanye. So now Kanye. It sounds like to me Pusha T is Kanye West's bitch. Yeah, I said it and I'll say it again. Pusha T, you act like you're Kanye's bitch, because that was stupid. I would be like, Kanye, man, we ain't gonna do that this time.
Yeah.
No, we gonna have to think about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, like, at the same time, like, now being that it's like a streaming, you know, world, everybody's streaming, I'm very, very curious on the success or the failure, like, of it. I wish the beef wasn't going on, because it's like, I know that it's going to be a success, like, anyway, because of the beef. Right. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to be streaming the hell out of his album. Yeah. But it is outside of the box as for, like, to go with 7. It's outside of the box. I thought it was an EP. I mean, like, usually anything under 10 tracks would actually be considered an EP. Okay. Basically like a pre-album, you know, so to say. So I'm curious on the success or the failure of it. But he does have reasons for that. There was like some logical reasons for that. The picture, no. The picture, I really don't see how you can justify that at all.
I just think it's something stupid that Kanye was just, you know, he probably just had sex with Kim and was still up and just thinking stupid shit. He couldn't go to sleep. And hey, I wonder, how do you even know that there's a such picture?
Disrespect. I mean,
yes.
Come on. Can we, I don't know. Can we just reflect on, like, the good things of good old Whitney Houston? I would hate for somebody to be bringing up, you know, some pictures of, like, Michael Jackson's children that he, you know, allegedly touched in some type of way, like, and put that as like an album cover. I think that's disrespect.
The making it the album cover is just, well, no, let me go back. The $85,000 on it when there's hungry children in the world.
Right. Yeah.
That's just so. I mean, I'm still broke and trying to be a business owner, Kanye. I don't take the $85,000 donation.
I know, right?
You know, like, it just makes no sense, and that's why Kanye gets the bitch please from the Libra Lounge this week.
I feel that. I totally feel that. Yeah. I think he would have been better, like, you know, getting like a picture of O.J. Simpson's glove. I'm sorry, the glove that was found on the scene, you know, of the crime.
Because it did fit. If it don't fit, you must have quit. Well, Leon, It felt so good being back together, reunited, and it feels so good. What's another one? Ebony and Ivory. I don't think I had the right tempo. What's another one? What's another? Solid. Woo! Solid as a rock. Solid. Ashford and Simpson.
Oh, okay.
All right. Really?
All right. What?
You don't know? I'm thinking of duo stuff.
Duo stuff? I mean, like, no.
I can't go for that. No, can't do no. Never mind.
I'm sorry. I don't think I was a part of the target market of the music that was marketed to you. I mean, like, don't get me wrong.
I'm like,
I mean, like, those are oldies but goodies, but those are just oldies.
I'm trying to think of a newer something that I can sing right quick.
No, like, I blame my mom and my dad because they didn't play music in the house.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I heard music straight from my sister. That's why I know like all like the 80s and 90s like R&B music that I didn't care to listen to. Yeah, like my mom. Yeah, she didn't. Mama, if you watching, it's all your fault. You know,
cause I just was singing. I just knew you were gonna know all these songs.
Yeah, it would seem like it. I'm sorry. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like when the music plays.
Yeah,
I know it. It's just that when other people sing, you know, not exactly in the right key, and some other things as well too.
You know what?
I mean, like it's
a goddamn critic.
Well, I mean, if that was your business, well, then this would actually be great critique. You know, but you're not trying to sing.
I'm trying to end the show with a good duet.
Good duet.
And every time I bring up a song, you looking at me like I'm speaking a foreign language.
Well, I don't know.
Like I'm speaking Wakandan or something like that. Oh, speaking of Wakandan. Okay, before we go, because this is so funny. Okay, so you know the song that Kendrick Lamar and The Weeknd have?
Which
for
one?
the Wakanda soundtrack?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was on, and you know the little part where they're making a sound, so I went, and Scholar goes, what is that? I'm like, it's in the song. She goes, what is it? I'm like, and then she goes, oh my God. She goes, now every time I hear that song and that part comes on, all I can think about is all right, guys, we'll see you next week on the Libra Lounge. If you have any questions about starting your own business, hit one of us up. See you later. Thank you, Leon.
You're welcome.